Hi, this is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life. Welcome to August, and this is for my Cancer water people. I am going to be reading from the soul cards today. I'll also be reading from the Enchanted map, and then I will follow up with the Tarot Illuminati just so that we can get some details. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're doing fine, and I hope that everything is going just exactly like how you like it. Okay? So I am going to pull one card from the soul cards to give us some focus for the month, and then after that I'm going to pull three cards from the Enchanted map to give us some direction, and then like I said, we'll finalize with the Tarot Illuminati just for some details. So what I'm seeing here is a lot of things happening about the head, a lot of thoughts swirling in your head, Cancer. I'm also seeing some illumination happening around that, and I'm also seeing this focus on your crown chakra. It looks like your mind is wide open and your crown chakra is wide open, and you are receiving information that you need. I definitely see the swirl. I see the swirl around your crown chakra. It almost looks like a halo. So for some of you all, you might be having your time or your holy moment, or you might be really having some deep spiritual downloads or some deep spiritual messaging that's coming through to you right now, and that's great. What I recommend for you, if you work with stones, keep your chevron amethyst and your regular amethyst, and of course your quartz crystal around you when you are doing meditation or if you are in prayer. This will help to bring those downloads clear. It'll help clarify anything that's coming through. Also, I'll say it in a minute. Danburite. Danburite is another a stone of a lot of clarity. So if you're getting the downloads, but they kind of seem a little befuddled, or you're getting them but you're not quite clear, or if you're having dreams and you're not really remembering them, then those stones can help. Also, if you're doing dream work and you're looking for clarity in dream work, then I recommend labradorite for you. Lapis is also really good for that. And I'm just trying to think of any other clarity stones. If you know some stones that will bring clarity, then do that. But for the dream work specifically, labradorite, spectralite, or lapis would be really good for you to use. And then, like I said, for your meditation, then you'll want to use chevron amethyst is great. Chevron amethyst will really take it up a notch. So, for those of you who are getting those messages through to spirit right now, and it's really like blowing your mind or really opening your mind, then just continue to be open, because that's a good thing. That's not a negative thing at all. If it does seem overwhelming to you and you feel like you need to kind of slow it down, then just ask spirit. Give me a minute, let me process this, and when I'm ready, I'm going to let you know that I'm ready to receive more information. Keep a journal. Take copious notes, because you'll want to be able to refer back to them later, because I feel like Cancer, these messages that are coming through are going to be for now, and they're also going to be for later. So it's information that you need now, but it's also something that you'll want to look back at down the line, because you may have to show somebody else or teach somebody else that information later, and you'll want to be familiar with it. Not that you won't be somewhat familiar with it, but just write it down. It's always good to keep notes, okay? All right, I'm going to the Enchanted map for more direction about what we're getting from this card here, about the downloads, about the 7th chakra, and also about how to process the information, or how to best process the information. All right, so what we have here is Heal the Ouch. Again, this is from the Enchanted map by Colette Baron Reed. Healing the Ouch is about healing things that are painful. So some of these messages that are coming through are related to pain. It could be physical pain. It could be physical pain. There is a such thing as energetic medicine and intuitive medicine. So if you're having physical pain, actual physical pains, that maybe you've gone to the doctor about, and the doctor is like, looks like everything is fine to me, but you're still having it. It could be empathic pain, it could be emotional pain, or it could also just be the way that your body is connecting with spirit, and it's the way the spirit is trying to communicate to you or through you, because sometimes that happens. The spirit tries to communicate through your body. So if you're having that phenomenon, always go to the doctor and check it out. But if you've checked it out and they're not finding anything, then you might want to go to spirit on it and ask what that is. It could also be emotional pain. It could be things in the mind that need to be repatterned, ways of thinking that need to be repatterned. All of that is about healing. From wooing nature standpoint, healing is anything that fixes what's not going well. So it could be physical pain, emotional, mental, spiritual, doesn't matter. Just whatever it is that's throwing you off balance or that creates an imbalance for you, that's the thing that needs to be healed. And that's the information I'm getting that's coming through. We've got the strength card here. So this is about, again, I'm seeing balance here with the way that this figure is standing. It's about balance, and it is a different kind of balance. It's not the balance that you have been normally dealing with. And take a look at this. We've got in the healing a 3, 8, 11 here, breaks down to 11. 3 and 8 breaks down to an 11. And the strength card goes to a what? A 44. So this spiritual experience that you're getting, the swirling around the head, is spirit. It is spirit trying to communicate with you to heal certain things, to bring certain things to balance. And then when that balance happens, it'll be time to build. And it'll be time to build from a spiritual standpoint. Now, that's what I was talking about when I said write it down, because you're going to need it for yourself. Okay. But then later on, you're going to need it for something else. So write it down. And when you get to the 44 level, you're not doing for yourself. 44 is about building, and it's about building out. It's about building in community or nation or world. I don't know. It just depends on who you are and what your calling is. And so that's going to require some strength on your part. But I will caution you not to take on too many loads that don't belong to you. Okay? Don't take on, when you get the downloads and you get the information, some of that you're going to immediately know this is my work. If it's brand spanking new to you, it may not be something that you have to put your hands on or that you have to take on for yourself. It's just about listening to know what your position is and what your part in it and how you're aligned to the thing that's coming through to you. Because 44 isn't something you're going to do by yourself. 44 is bigger work, a lot bigger work, where you're going to have to connect with other people. You're going to have to collaborate. You're going to have to find people that are doing a similar work, and you're going to have to do it together, because that's too heavy a load. And I'm seeing that with this person trying to hold the world in one hand and reach out with the other. Okay? Reaching out is fine. Holding the world up with one hand, that you cannot do. So don't add any more stress and pressure to yourself, Cancer, than you already have. This is not about adding loads and adding work and, all of that. It's just about knowing your personal spiritual role in the next set of work that needs to be done. All right, and then the last card is the gentle gardener. And the gentle gardener, look at her. She's looking at and observing these little beings or these little chicks or these little, souls that are emerging from their shell. So to me, Cancer, what this means is that this work that you're preparing yourself for is really about being a gardener. It's the seeds have been planted, and all you're doing is watching them as they grow. And yeah, they may need some watering and they may need these ideas, or the people may need your attention, but it's not about hands on so much. And you'll know what that feels like when you embody that gardener spirit. So when this happens, like when you get clear about what your role is and when the work begins, and I don't think that work is going to start in August. I think that the preparation for the work is happening in August, but you may need to refer back to this video like 2, 3, 4 months from now, maybe 6 months from now, may not even happen until next year. Either way it goes, you just want to be aware of that. You know that August 2020 is about you getting your alignment and your assignment, and then being watchful over what's emerging, and just pay attention to it. It doesn't have to be forced. Um, Gardening is not forced. When you're a gardener, you can't force anything. If it's going to grow, it's going to grow. If it's not going to grow, it's not going to grow. Sometimes you go out there, you plant a seed, everything is coming up, roses and daffodils and beautiful. And the next day, I don't know, the deer came and ate everything. And you have to be okay with that. That means that which emerges from the soil, and it stays, then that's what you're focusing on. The things that emerge and don't make it, don't sweat it. But I think you're used to that and you know what to do about that. Okay? All right. So, moving right along, we've got some good guidance here. August looks great so far. Powerful time, Cancer. You're growing spiritually, and you're going to be applying that information later down the line. But for right now, you're just watching it. By the way, gentle gardener, number 2. Okay? You and the thing that's growing. And for right now, just keep that separate. Okay? There'll be time to bring it together later on when that 44 comes in. Okay? All right, let's see what's going on with the tarot. We've got a Prince of Swords coming in reverse here. Hold on, let me clear my space. We've got this Prince of Swords. Now, the Prince of Swords in reverse tells me, again, be a gentle gardener. Don't go rushing in, okay? With your mind, with your thoughts. Oh, I think I ought to do this. No, don't think. Let the Spirit tell you, and then act upon it and be obedient. But it's not a time for you to go off of what you think you ought to do, okay? That's what that Prince of Swords is telling me. Don't do that, okay? Also, remember the gentle gardener. Gentle gardener is not rushing in to do anything. Not gung-ho with a whole lot of what you think, okay? All right. Behind that, we have the Princess of Pentacles in the upright position. So I feel like if you take your time and you listen and you hear and you align and you watch and you're observant, then there's going to come this time, like, a little bit down the road, when you're going to see things bear fruit. You're going to actually have something tangible to work with. The tangible thing to work with is what you're going to take to that 44 place, okay? That's why you're strengthening yourself. That's why you need the strength, because once it gets in your hand, then you're going to have to do the work. And that's what you're going to need the strength for. You're going to need the strength to do the work. All right, we've got some decisions that need to be made, but not at this time. Again, you're waiting for all of that other stuff to get clear and get your clarity. Once you get the clarity that you need, in other words, once you have your assignment and you have the tools and you have the resources, I'm seeing that wheat is resources that you need to start this building process that we talked about here, okay? Then there's going to be some decisions to be made, but this is not the time to do it right now. Right now, you're just trying to gather everything. gather all of the information. Again, we've got a 2 here in the swords, and we have a 2 here with the gentle gardener. So to me, I think you're being patient and waiting for the opportunity to come where decisions can be made that are where good decisions can be made, not rash decisions can be made. That's why the caution about the Prince of Swords not coming in too fast. You don't want that coming in too fast.